Attention Cloud9 shoppers, this is the Superstory Podcast, a Superstore fan podcast with Matthew Haas and Michael E. Cullen II.
Okay, everybody, welcome to the latest episode of the Superstory Podcast. My name is Michael E. Cullen II.
And my name is Matthew. Okay, we're doing this weird drone thing again.
That is your name, Matthew Haas.
I liked it. That was like a good musical tune right there.
We're gonna write a musical. It's gonna be Superstory the Musical.
So, musical based on the podcast.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a musical about two dudes who watch a sitcom and do a podcast.
Okay.
I mean, Stranger Things have been done.
Yeah, it's true. Like the show Stranger Things.
Like Cats.
Yeah. Oh well.
So,
yeah.
But I guess there's some metaphors in that one or something. We can put some metaphors and similes in ours.
Yeah.
Deep thoughts.
Yep.
So, do you want to just jump right into the orientation here, Matthew?
Yeah, why not?
Attention Cloud9 Associates, it is now time for orientation.
The episode that we're covering is Season 2, Episode 7, called Election Day. First aired November 3rd, 2016. And it was directed by Tristram Shapiro, written by Bridget Kyle and 4 other people. I hate it when they put it on another page, so then I have to go to it, and then we just got to fill time here while I'm doing that.
Yeah,
so
and they they decide then who's important. They're like, oh, and other people, like, you know.
Yeah. There's and Vicky Lou.
Oh, okay.
And then the other people are the story editors. I'm sorry. Okay, so, anyways,
still an important job in the gig.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Not important enough to be mentioned on our podcast.
Apparently
though.
not.
Well,
Well, it's not our fault. It's the terrible IMDb site.
No, IMDb was fine.
I know. I'm just kidding.
I just decided not to read their names.
Oh, okay. Whatever. Sorry, guys.
Because I'm an asshole.
No, you're not.
I've been told that by people. So
Well,
yeah. I generalize things, and I have no emotions, and I have no human emotions.
You have no human emotions, and your entire Facebook is a complete representation of your whole life.
Yes, it is. So if you go to my Facebook page, that's who I am. That's there. It's all.
There's nothing else to it.
I will admit I am more honest on Facebook than some people.
Block text.
But that is not all I am. There are many facets to the person that is Michael E. Cullen II.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in fact, my middle name is not E.
No, it's not. It's Edward, right?
Yes.
Okay. Or Evan? No.
It's Edward.
It's Edward, okay.
Yeah. It is Michael Edward Cullen II. But I changed it professionally to E, and do you want to know why?
Sure.
My grandfather's name was Emmett, which began with an E. Right. And my grandmother's name was Eleanor, which began with an E.
Oh, wow.
And they had passed away, so I decided, hey, in honor of them, E.
Just be E.
Yes.
E.T.
Uh-huh. Phone home. Anyways, so what happened in this episode, Matthew?
Nothing.
Pretty much a lot happened in this episode, man.
Yeah, it was. It was a big episode.
There was at least two or three storylines here.
First one is basically about voting. They're having it's weird because I never heard of this of a superstore having voting like happening inside the store.
Yeah.
And Glenn he's got a big pot of coffee and he's arguing with Dina about something because they're always at odds with each other, and they both struggle with each other, and a pot of coffee spills into one of the ward number 4, I think it's been, and just kind of ruined all of the votes that were in there so far.
Damn ward.
So they're both kind of like blaming each other. Yeah,
Damn ward number 4.
Yeah, no. So they're trying
suppressing their votes.
Yeah, they accidentally suppressed votes, and here's how. So they were trying to dry off the coffee stains from it, and Dina was saying like, you know, like this is like 54 votes. This could actually change the election, like, you know, course of election, a really close election that could actually change like the course of history. So then Glenn gets like really paranoid and takes like one of those really big like industrial fans and just is trying to like dry him off really quickly. But of course, conveniently, they had the window open in November 4th.
Inconveniently.
In Missouri on November 4th.
Maybe it was a little warm
Maybe,
out.
I don't know. So all the votes fly out of the, or most of them, I mean, all the ballots. And, you know, they really can't find them because they're kind of strewn all over the place at this point. So that's like the one, like the main plot, I guess you will, because the other one is Amy and Jonah. They're doing like a whole like union, not really union, but they're trying to like push for the more pro-worker candidate, not the Cloud9 corporate.
Yeah, because they go into the break room and discover a pamphlet published by Cloud9 basically telling the employees who to vote for. And, of course, everything that they chose to vote for was basically things that are going to benefit the corporate company. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is technically illegal, but they get it, you know, away from doing it all the time because they have all the money. So, anyway.
I will tell you, I've worked for one of these big corporations, and they never did anything like that.
So Cloud9 is worse than WoW.
Yeah.
That's...
maybe they had in the past, and that's where they got the idea from, or they're just assuming people do this at these places. But if anybody it's totally against policy of store policy to do anything like that. You can't influence somebody's vote one way or the other.
Yeah.
At least that's what they tell me to say.
Oh,
wait, no.
That was
joking.
a good one. Ba-bum.
Yeah.
So let's see. That was the other one. That was kind of cool because Jonah's putting on like a whole like, you know, street smart accent. Like, I don't know about yous guys, but
I don't know about yous guys.
And Amy's like, you know, not every, you know, worker or whatever, you know, is like, I forgot what she said. Like from the 1950s.
Talks like that. Isn't that from the 1950s? Is not everybody's like 1950s dock worker or something like that.
Yeah, and of course the guy then talks like that just to, you know, like...
Yeah, I'm sick of these corporate fat cats too.
So they start kind of like, you know, coming up with this accent again. That's again because they're kind of like building the Amy and Jonah type of...
Flirtation.
Yeah, thing going on.
The Sam and Diane of it all.
The Sam and Diane of it, yeah. What's the third plot? I forgot what the third one is.
Mateo...
Oh, that's right.
Who it was revealed... recently is an undocumented citizen. Dina was insistent that everybody vote. So he was afraid he was going to get caught because he couldn't vote because he's an undocumented citizen. So he Cheyenne convinces him that he should get a sticker, one of those I voted today stickers or whatever that they give out at the election things, and you know, he's spending the whole day trying to get one of those stickers. That's the third plot. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At one point, Cheyenne makes him a sticker.
Yeah.
And it was garbage.
He does not like it.
And yeah, there's other things that Mateo does that we can probably talk about in our favorite scenes and stuff like that. Yeah. Maybe.
She made it out of the goodness of her heart, and he didn't
called it garbage.
He didn't like it. Yeah, he called it. You know.
That's how I feel about everything I make.
Oh,
I make it out of the goodness of my heart, and people just assume that I am who I am on Facebook.
Don't let it get to you.
I'm not letting it get to me. Yes, I am. I'm not letting it get to me. Yes, I am. I'm not letting... Wait, what?
Wait.
Oh,
there's enough text in there to, like, fill a book, probably.
Yeah.
That no one would read.
War and Peace. War and fucking Peace. Written by one of my former Facebook friends, who will never listen to this podcast because he says he supports me, but he doesn't. Hey, folks. I know I'm going off on a tangent here. I apologize. And,
he's been having a bad night so far because of something that's been going on.
Yes.
It's been kind of eating away at him because there's
people assuming they know me based on things I post on Facebook.
Only things.
That's all I am. I have no other interests in life. You know, I spend hours upon hours on YouTube every day watching videos about theme parks and video games. I hardly ever visit theme parks, and I hardly ever play video games. And I never share any of these videos on Facebook, but nobody knows that I watch these all fucking day.
Right.
But they assume they know who I am.
Yeah.
I watch numerous hours of videos on YouTube of people restoring old Matchbox cars. Because
Wow.
I have no life.
Wow.
I watch old sitcoms all the time just to make myself feel better.
Oh, that's okay.
I don't talk
it's
about that all the
okay.
time on Facebook.
Maybe you should.
Yeah.
And then certain people would then be like, oh, well, you know.
Sometimes during the day I take a shit, but I don't tell people on Facebook about it.
That's good.
So what I'm getting at is not everything that I feel or do I put on social media.
Yeah.
But what I do, people assume that that's who I am.
Mm-hmm.
And doing that is going to be bad for society. And that has been a moment in the breakdown of the brain of Michael E. Cullen II. It's a new segment we're trying out here.
All-too breakdown.
The all-too breakdown. The all-too nervous breakdown with Michael E. Cullen II.
Wow.
So, and if the person that did do that stuff happens to listen to this podcast, hi. Hope you're having a great night. You know who you are. I won't mention your name. Anyways, so what else? So basically, at one point, Cheyenne actually it goes out to throw some trash, and she did see Glenn and Dina outside trying to find the ballots, but she didn't really see them. She just saw them outside. She didn't see what they were doing, so they're freaking out, thinking that Cheyenne knows something. So
right.
Dina confronts her at one point.
Right. Yeah. So she asked Cheyenne if she saw anything suspicious, but so Cheyenne is now thinking that it's about Mateo. So she's freaking out.
Yeah.
You know, thinking that Dina is trying to get her to confess about Mateo saying that he's undocumented.
Yeah.
When really Dina is asking if she saw them arguing about the lost ballot. So it's kind of like one of those confusion things, which is kind of cool.
And at the end, we end the episode with the two of the pollsters, or whatever you want to call them, the two poll workers sitting there, and they're saying, one of them says, "Hey, we lost 53 ballots this year," and it's like, "Oh, that's down half from last year."
Yeah.
So I guess they lose ballots all the time.
So apparently it was actually a success, you know.
Yeah.
To them. So,
but then we end the episode with Dina and Glenn in the office impersonating each other because they're trying to record confessions on tape recorders that they both have, because that was a suggestion by Marcus, who has been in prison before.
Right, that's mentioned a few times that he's been in for what? I never understood.
But it was just funny because he brought up that you know, what I would do is I would get a taped recording of my partner confessing, because that's what my mom did to me.
I know, it's so sad.
Poor Marcus.
Marcus has a very interesting relationship with his mother, as you find out, like just little comments throughout the series. They're really just kind of throwaway comments, but if you kind of put them all together.
And sorry, we're all over the place, but also we find out that Jonah has a girlfriend.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Naomi,
yeah, and she comes in because at a point where Jonah and Amy are obviously flirting with each other, and kind of interrupts it. And it's a pretty interesting episode development there. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, definitely, because Amy's kind of obviously jealous too, which is interesting because she's married and stuff.
She's still married at this point.
It's an interesting dynamic going on.
I think it's interesting. Do you want to take a break right now, Matt?
Oh, sure.
You know, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about our employee of the week. Hi, everybody. This is Michael E. Cullen II from the podcast you're listening to right now. With me, as always, is
Matthew Hassa.
Yeah, and we're here to tell you about our really cool other podcast called All Too Real 2. And what do we do on that show, Matt?
We watch the greatest direct-to-video sequels of all time, and then we report on them.
And we also talk about other pop culture cool things like video games and conspiracy theories and other awesome things. So if any of that sounds fun to you and you enjoy hearing my voice and Matt's voice,
As you should. As you should.
I mean, of course. Tune in anywhere you get podcasts to All Too Real 2. Bye-bye.
Any day, Quaff.
I'm ready.
When you need magical appraisal, you won't find a wizard as wizened as Wizard Quaff.
The world is expendable in the grand scale of my hatred for creatures beyond my understanding. And you, Magus Elgar.
Even if he has some peculiar preferences.
Abominations! Curb your tongue, lest you uncork my lust for opiates!
You can hear Wizard Quaff and his exciting adventures in the upcoming radio comedy, Magus Elgar.
Visit MagusElgar.com to download your copy today.
Okay, we are back. Want to jump into Employee of the Week, Matthew?
Employee of the week, yeah?
Yeah.
What's up?
Attention Cloud9 Associates, our Employee of the Week is...
So, who was your favorite character this week? And why? Hey, you knew what I was going to say.
Of course.
You're psychic.
It's like the 18th episode we've done of this, so I've kind of got a memory here.
I was hoping you were psychic and
I
could
wish I was.
tell me the lottery numbers or something.
Well, one time I had a dream of lottery numbers, and they didn't win.
Those numbers didn't?
Well, there was two of them. Two of them were the right numbers.
Two of them.
Yeah, and they were kind of random numbers. Like one of them was like 17, and the other one was like 36. I got two of them right, but I didn't win anything. So I didn't actually play either.
Yes, that helps.
I looked when they went on TV when they were showing the numbers. I saw, oh, okay, I had the dream, but I didn't play. I didn't win. I wouldn't have won if I did play, which I didn't. So I didn't waste like $2 or whatever.
One time I had a dream that the Tigers won the World Series.
Yeah. Did they?
That year they didn't even make it to the World Series.
Oh, that sucks. Okay, that's sad.
I don't know what they had to do with anything, but I just decided to share it.
Yeah, we're just sharing things today, sharing feelings, and
I had a dream
and block text, and
that one day. Wait, I have a dream. So, who's your favorite character and why?
I'm gonna go for a twofer and go with Cheyenne again. Two episodes in a row.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cheyenne.
And the reason why is because she's being really nice again in the second episode of being really super nice. She made a sticker for Mateo, and then Mateo just basically threw it in her face, called it garbage. I thought that was really offensive. It's like, this is, someone who made a sticker out of the goodness of her heart for you. And, you just said, oh, I appreciate the thought, but not the sticker. It's like, come on, dude. Like, and I don't know. Just like, there's like a certain innocence about her. Part of it is naivete. Is that how you say that? Naivete? Naivete. I'm not sure how you pronounce that word. Part of it is that, just kind of not like knowing certain things because she's kind of young. I mean, because she said, oh yeah, one of the quotes too is because she said, like, oh, I can't vote. I'm only 17. He goes, it's funny. I can drink, but I can't vote. It's like, no, you can't.
Not legally.
It's like you were legally allowed to vote before you can drink.
I think that was the whole point too.
Yeah,
there was almost like a double.
Yeah, it's like a double joke, if you will. I don't know. She just has a certain sweetness about her. Now I'm like really talking like I'm like gushing about her. Like I've got a crush on this like actress. I forgot her name, her real name. Who plays Cheyenne?
Shit.
I never really looked up.
No, I knew her name, but I'm blanking.
Well,
on
whatever
it.
her name is.
It's a Nicole Bloom.
Okay, she just seems like a really nice person. Not really a crush on her. Just like she's like, I don't know. It's like
I'll admit I have a crush on her.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I was just saying like last episode, like if I had to work like with people like that, like I would rather spend time with someone like her, not like Marcus. Maybe just because he's so stupid that it's fun to just listen to him say stupid crap. But like kind of like how you're doing with certain people. But it's like sometimes it's fun. Not all the time. Sometimes it's fun.
Hey folks, guess what time it is?
What?
Time for another segment of
Oh,
No, I'm joking. No.
All two breakdown.
All two nervous breakdown with Michael E. Cullen II. Yeah.
Oh, God.
So I have an asshole that I work with too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, I know.
Who gave me, and I actually did physically have a nervous breakdown earlier this week. So
I know it's sad.
It's kind of sad. Just letting people know.
It is sad.
Yeah,
No,
it is.
Whenever anyone has a breakdown, it's
Yeah,
sad.
I really did, and I probably shouldn't have let that bother me. Anyways,
Well, it's the after effects.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, it takes a few days to, get kind of back to normal.
normal.
you know?
Yeah.
It's not going to happen all at once,
And then to just get over that and then be attacked on Facebook
Exactly.
makes me feel great.
It's
man.
not good timing. It really isn't
Yes.
for that. But
So this is my therapy session here, folks. I'm just
it's a mixture of therapy and our podcast. So we're just kind of doing
Yeah.
it all right now.
yeah. So my favorite employee this week was Glenn. Just because there was one point where they asked one of the poll workers, like, so what you basically are asking him to what the fine and the crime or the time paid for voter fraud is. He's like $10,000 and 5 years or 15 years in prison or something like that. And he says, "Did you say prison or prism?"
Yeah.
And then Dina's like, why would he say prism? And then he says, "I said prison." And he's like, "Was that with an N or an M?"
Yeah.
Oh, that was probably it. That just sold me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Glenn is almost like an older Cheyenne.
Yeah.
A little bit like to kind of just like
Naivete.
yeah, a little bit like, I mean, he's like the older male version of her, or she's the young female version of him. However, you want to, slice it, whatever. Well, don't slice it because they're human beings. I mean, you wouldn't want to slice them because that would hurt.
Then it'd become like a Friday the 13th movie or something.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that.
No.
And of course, then the cloud. Oh no, we're not at that episode yet, are we?
No.
Oh, okay, good.
So don't spoil anything for anybody that's just starting to watch the show. That's been on for like 5 years. But anyways,
Well, actually, we did do that episode, didn't we?
which one?
The Cloud9, the mascot dude.
Oh yeah, we did. That was a couple
That's
episodes
what I'm
ago.
saying. It's like we sliced.
I didn't know what you were talking about,
It's
so
like-
I just said don't spoil anything. So
No, now I remember
Yeah.
because last week was the Halloween episode, and that guy was wearing the.
He was dressed up
Cloud9,
like the Cloud9.
but blood all over him.
yeah, that was
So what I was saying was like, don't slice them because this is a bad joke. I'm like really taking time to say it. Like, don't slice them because then the Cloud9 mascot dude who's a cannibal would want to eat them. It's not even a funny joke. I wasted like 45 seconds.
Don't slice them like you would prices at Cloud9.
Ooh,
Wait.
I like that actually.
Okay, I don't know.
I don't know.
That was what came in my head.
It
When
was
you were saying
better
slice.
when I came up. I was just kind of just rambling,
Yeah.
trying
It
to find a
was-
story.
It was okay. All right.
Oh, you got what is that? CW?
Yeah.
What characters we got?
Nobody that's on there currently.
I don't see. There's like none of the action shows like the.
No, that was before they all premiered.
Okay.
Anyways,
I was looking for like
Arrow
and
and
stuff.
Flash.
Yeah.
And... So, yeah, that's my favorite employee. Do you want to go to today's special, Matthew?
Yeah, sure.
Attention Cloud9 shoppers, today's special is
What was your favorite scene in the episode, and
why?
that was good, Matt?
See, I remember. I'm psychic now.
Huh?
I'm psychic now,
Huh?
but I wasn't a minute ago. I don't know.
Huh? Oh, wait, no.
It's a weird night.
Yeah. We're recording on a night we don't normally record, too.
It
so
just
it's
feels
kinda
weird. It feels
Yeah.
a little off. Plus, too, the temperature dropped about like 45 degrees in one day. So, like, I'm used to like the terrible heat. I mean, I don't like it, but I'm used to it. And now all of a sudden, it's like actually a good temperature. So I'm like, oh, okay, now I'm getting used to like actually feeling.
And it's really hot
comfortable.
out in the west where it should be hot now. So
Right.
things are back to normal.
Right, because when we were interviewing, I forgot his name. Sorry.
Oh, we interviewed Eddie Deason, and
It was
it was
good temperature there.
Yeah, it was like 10 or 20 degrees cooler there than it was here. So
Yeah.
in Los Angeles.
Sorry, I
So
didn't
it's
mean
weird.
to. I just,
yeah, no, it's fine.
I'm not good with names.
Oh no, that's
really.
fine.
I didn't mean to like disparage, his
that's
legacy
cool.
or whatever.
Yeah, and if you haven't listened to that, check out our All Too Real 2 bonus episode where we interview Eddie Deason from the movie Grease, among other things, and War Games, which I watched again last night as we recorded this. Yeah, it's a really good movie. Anyways, okay. So...
Oh, yeah.
Favorite scene?
I didn't answer your question.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm all over the place. All right.
Okay.
Favorite scene... Oh, man, I don't know, because, I really like the Amy and Jonah flirtation going on when they're pretty much, campaigning for, the good, candidate for the workers. But I also like the scenes with, the end scene where, oh, wow. I'm hearing a weird crackling sound for a second, folks. Do you hear that? Maybe it's just me.
I don't hear it at all.
Maybe it's okay. If it's just me, then I'll just grin and bear it.
Power through it.
As long as you guys don't hear it, that's fine by me. But anyway, so but I also like the end scene where Dina and Glenn are recording each other, trying to get them to they're really being obvious about it too. Glenn is so Dina, and he says her last name. It's 4/17 on November 4th, 2016. And she says his full name, and then son of whatever, and they're just funny. Going back at it, and you could see the guys a custodian is doing cleaning the floor with one of those I don't know what they're called, machines, one of their it's like a polishing machine,
a buffer.
Yeah, a buffer.
Yeah,
and they're still going at it, trying to get him to confess.
So, my favorite scene is probably the awkwardness between Marcus and Amy at one point when they Marcus had helped Amy after Jonah went off with his girlfriend with this campaign shit. And one time there was another thing that was pretty funny with Marcus, because I just think Marcus is funny. He grabs Myrtle up and he says, "Did you vote yet?" And tells her to vote and everything, and then she's just like, "My bones." And then but when they get the guy elected, Marcus comes into the break room and and they hug, and then he goes in for a kiss. And just totally, it's just this awkward. I mean, you'd have to see it to understand it, but it's just awkward, and it was funny to me because it was so awkward. And poor Marcus.
Yeah, he's man,
clueless.
There's something about that guy. So she, she's tells him what are you doing? And he's like, "Oh, I must have misread that." So he goes, "Oh, it's okay, whatever." And then he tries to go in for another one. She's like, "Marcus." Just the way, you gotta see it, the way she looked, she jerks her head, and just the way she says it, it's a
pretty funny.
When they say perfect delivery is what it is.
And then I guess that was funny, and then I guess that's probably my favorite scene in this episode. I don't know. Do you want to move on to our next section there, Matthew?
Yeah, sure. No, I don't actually. But
Okay, we're just gonna sit here until you do.
Oh, all right. Well, we're gonna sit here for a good hour or two, then
it's going to be an interesting podcast. There's going to be an hour of silence in the middle of it.
Yes.
Attention, Cloud9 associates. It's time to grab your go-backs.
Oh, just kidding. Okay.
All right, cool.
Go backs.
Oh, all right, go back.
What is anything you would change in this episode? I'm thinking of eliminating this section.
I don't really. Yeah, nothing really. I can't think of anything.
I'm thinking of just eliminating this section in the future.
Okay.
If you agree, folks, let us know. We'll try a few episodes without it.
Because I think the last one was 5 episodes ago, I think.
Yeah, because I haven't really had any that I've really wanted to go back lately. So,
go back.
Yeah. So, why don't we just jump right into a break right now, a second break for us, and then we'll come back and we'll close up the show. All right, we'll be right back. Bye-bye.
Hey, folks, this is Michael E. Cullen II from the podcast that you're listening to right now, along with
Matthew Haas.
We just wanted to tell you about our great podcast called Super. It's called All Too Real. And on that show, what do we do, Matt?
We watch biopics, and then we talk about whether or not the movie matched up with the real story or not.
So it
was a lot more exciting than that, though.
Yeah, so
We analyze the real story and the real story.
Get it?
Get it?
Real.
Yeah, they're spelled differently,
Yeah.
folks. You can guess which one I said which way. Anyways, so sometimes we have guests, sometimes we don't. But we talk about great movies like Shattered Glass and The Social Network and Futile and Stupid Gesture, among others. Those are some of the ones that we've covered so far, and we're going to cover a lot more. So please subscribe on Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you find your great, fun podcasts. And be sure to share it with your friends.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
And make sure you're not afraid to get all too real. Bye-bye. And we are back. Okay, that was beautiful, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That was like
that's like some barbershop shit right there.
we should start a barbershop boy band.
Mm-hmm.
We can call ourselves the Backstreet Barber Boys. That's just I'm just spitballing
Or the
here.
Pinstripe Boys, because they always wear those
pinstripes.
I don't know. No, that's not good.
We can call ourselves Instinct. Instincts. We're going to be Instincts.
Yeah.
We just instinctively know that people hate us.
Yeah,
Anyways,
well.
so let's jump into our closing here.
Closing time.
That is all we're singing because we don't
I don't
want to
know-
get sued.
That's not the reason why I just don't know the lyrics to anything other than that.
Okay.
I don't know lyrics for most songs. I know like one line and I just kind of figure out
what the yeah.
or I try to rather.
Attention Cloud9 shoppers, the store will be closing soon.
So anything else? Well, trivia really quick about this episode. Amy's name tag said Millie. That's all.
Yep. Milli Vanilli.
Yes.
Well,
I saw them in concert once.
Not them. Oh yeah.
Yes. I met them actually.
Did they play for real or was it?
Ironically, I met them while somebody else was on the stage doing a sound check
Oh wow.
for them before they got up on stage to lip sync.
Okay.
They were doing a sound check.
So they didn't actually play, and it was still before that thing happened.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
It was before that came out that they were fake,
Okay, which they actually could sing,
but just
decently.
not as
No, it wasn't
not
as
like those guys.
No, it wasn't as good. But
Anyways, if you don't know who Milli Vanilli is, folks, look them up.
see the behind the music if
Yeah.
you can find it on YouTube or something.
Sadly, Rob Pilatus is dead.
Yeah, he
committed suicide.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Anyways, so Fabrice Morvan is still alive.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that I know the name of both of the members of Milli Vanilli.
It's awesome.
Yes. Yeah, so folks, right behind me, as we were talking about Milli Vanilli, that was kind of funny. I have a pin that I bought at the concert I went to. Probably like 30 years ago or something. Yeah.
Still there.
Yeah, 20 or 30 years ago. Yeah. 30.
I wonder if
25,
it's
30 years
worth
ago.
any money now.
I don't know, but I got a little Milli Vanilli pin.
Yeah.
I should start wearing this again.
Yeah, just start like wearing it like ironically or whatever.
That's what I'm thinking I do.
That's such a stupid word.
Yeah.
Now I'm using the word incorrectly just because of how much usage it gets. That's not what ironic means.
It's like rain on your wedding day, right?
That's not ironic.
No, it's not. It just sucks.
But I say I catch myself saying the same thing. Like I'll say like I unironically watched this TV show. Well, why would watching that show be ironic in the first place? Doesn't make any fucking sense. I mean, I understand
what I said
what it means,
when I said ironically earlier when I was talking about Milli Vanilli that I saw them perform and I met them while somebody was doing a sound check on the stage. That's ironic,
right? Because they were
they lip syncing. Yeah, that was irony.
Yeah,
but
doing something weird is not ironic. Like,
but a fly in your Chardonnay is not ironic.
It just sucks.
That just sucks.
Yeah,
rain on your wedding day.
That's too bad.
10,000 spoons when all you need is a knife.
Yeah. Well, that kind of might be a little bit ironic though, because you need the knife, and all you got are spoons. It's a gray area because it's kind of because you think about it because I need this, but I got all this crap. So it kind of is ironic. That at least that one is a little bit correct.
Slightly ironic.
It's maybe not. not all the way
Mm-hmm.
correct, or maybe she did that. She did that on purpose too.
That could be.
She could have written that song on purpose, and that's what makes it ironic. Is because she's
Because it's
saying
not ironic.
Yeah, so she could have been doing like meta before meta was meta. You know what I mean?
So the whole song is just ironic, and it's called ironic.
When you actually go full circle, yeah, it is. Could be. Because she seems like an intelligent person, so she probably did that on purpose.
I'm thinking so.
Yeah. Anyway, we're just talking about Alanis Morissette now for some
Yeah.
reason.
We were talking about Milli Vanilli. We're just going to talk about a bunch of 90s artists.
Yes.
So who next?
I don't know. Phil Collins.
Yeah, he's good. Okay, and who's next?
Peter Gabriel.
Yeah, they were both in Genesis.
Yeah, no, I'm just going by Genesis. What's the other guy? Steve Hampton? Not Steve Hampton.
Who's the guy from Mike and the Mechanics or whatever? That guy wasn't he in Genesis?
I don't know.
Anyways, this is our other new podcast. It's just called, because we already kind of went on this one time before. It's Mike and Matt talk about like early 90s music.
Yeah.
Yes. Early to mid 90s music. Yes. So yeah. MC Hammer.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Vanilla Ice.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Paula Abdul. She's forever your girl, Matt. She's forever your girl.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice. I didn't know that, but...
Uh-huh. Remember MC Scat Cat?
No. Yeah, we actually do, yes.
He sang that song with her.
Yeah.
Rapped in it.
Yeah.
He was an animated cat.
Yep.
And then he had his own album after that, too.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. So what's the closing? What are we doing here?
I think this is it. I don't know, man. Unless you have something about Tony. Have you talked to him?
Yeah.
Did you talk to Tony?
Well, no. He sent me another... Can I read the email that I sent you an email.
Oh, yeah, you did, didn't you?
I can read the email I sent you.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so if I can just load this up really quick.
Find it?
Yeah, so I titled this email to you, Here We Go Again, 3 days ago.
Here we go again on our own. Oh, wait, that's not right.
Right. I sent you just 3 days ago at 7:03 p.m. or 1900 hours and 3 minutes for military time, people. I wrote, "Hey, dude, I think there is seriously something wrong with Tony. He sent me an actual, quote, song this time, for want of a better word. It's at least an ostensible cover of a Tom Petty song, but it sounds nothing like it, as usual. I really don't know what crowd he is going for at this point, if he even has an angle at all. My new phone has been glitching suddenly, and I swear I saw Tony's face for a split second again. I'm starting to wonder if he has magic powers, but if he did, why would he waste them on making phone glitches and causing me to feel uncomfortable? Anyway, here's the music." And what he sent me, or rather what just showed up on my phone, I didn't download it, but it just, whatever, showed up there, which again, he must have some access to people's phones, even though it's a new phone, which I don't know how that happens.
Well, he sent the file to me, and I played it.
It's a song where he's covering Wildflowers, and at least this time it's, the actual lyrics to the song Wildflowers, and not just, wrong music.
Should I play it for the folks this week, or do you want to wait till next?
You can play it if you want. I don't think they'll like it, but
yeah,
you can play it.
Yeah, well, let's play it right now, and then we'll be right back.
All right.
Belong
Okay, so that was that.
Yeah.
Um,
That was that.
I just want to mention that Wildflowers is one of my top 10 favorite songs of all time.
It's a good song, yeah.
By Tom Petty.
Yeah.
I heard Eddie Vedder did a good cover of it once.
Oh, yeah.
At a concert. That was good.
He ruined it. Tony, I mean, I don't know what he was going for, to be honest. I don't know. Especially with all that weird chorus stuff with like the weird distortion crap that he does. I don't know.
And he's talking about a car wash at some point again?
Yeah, he threw in the... I don't know if that
Maybe he's thinking it's like subliminal messaging for his car wash?
Yeah, but the whole point of subliminal is that it's supposed to be subliminal. You're not really supposed to hear it. It's supposed to go into your subconscious. He has it just right in the middle of the song where you can hear it. I think maybe, it's my personal, I don't know, but maybe he got some of the files mixed up and accidentally just threw that in there. Maybe he was going for like another guitar track or another vocal track. I don't know. And he just threw in the car wash thing and didn't pay attention. Knowing him is probably what happened. And then because, I don't think he has much, internet access or computer access on that fake space shuttle that he lives in. So I don't know. Maybe he was in a hurry, a rush to get it done. Send it to me, or not send it to me, rather just somehow make
Maybe
it.
he should start covering Rush.
I wouldn't suggest that if he starts covering Rush.
I meant Limbaugh.
Oh, covering Rush Limbaugh songs. Oh boy. Yeah, we could try that. I think he might no.
No, I don't think that's a good idea.
But I don't know, man.
I wonder if anybody's ever done that.
What?
A Rush cover band that they change
God.
all the lyrics to things Rush Limbaugh said on his show.
That's actually an awesome idea. Someone should do that. Like, do it ironically. No. Fucking idiots. No, I'm sorry. Oh boy.
I'd listen to him.
Yeah, me too. But anyway, I'm pretty sure my buddy Tony has serious mental health problems. It's not even funny at this point. I think.
I mean, if we can get him help, we will. One way that people can help get him help is by buying a Tony Generous T-shirt at T Public. There'll be a link in the show notes.
Throw a few bucks his way that he could get something to eat with it, or maybe
if we get enough, maybe he can come in the studio someday.
Yeah,
if we can get him out of that frickin' van down by the river. No, that's not what he's in. His space van.
His space, whatever. Hangs out at that community college campus parking lot, which I'm surprised they haven't towed it at this point. But I don't know. And then
I don't know.
Poor Tony.
Poor Tony and poor Marcus.
See, that's saying you don't know how it feels to be Tony. No, it doesn't really fit, but
it works.
Kind of.
It works.
I hope he doesn't do that now. That would be a next thing.
Get to the point. Let's roll another joint.
No, thank you.
Okay, anyways.
No, weed.
They changed that when they released it for the radio edit. It was hit another joint.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Can I say something about that too, that lyric too?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. This is kind of like nothing to do with Superstore at this point. We're just riffing at this point. Mm-hmm. But, to all the younger people out there, don't let people peer pressure you into smoking weed if you don't want to. And the reason why I say that is because, with all this push for like legalization and stuff like that, there's a lot of like mythology going around both ways, both pro and against. And some of the pro people basically say that marijuana is just great for everyone. Everyone has a great experience with it. It's perfect. No, some people actually have actual bad experiences from it. And it's not because you're doing it wrong or you're in the wrong setting or wrong this. Those are just excuses by people who, are having a good time and they can't fathom that someone else would not have a good time from it. So they're just saying, oh, well, you weren't in the right mood for it. That's bullshit. It's like if you take medicine, for example, for like, to uplift your mood, you don't have to like be in a good mood already for the medicine to put you in a better mood, because the whole point of the medicine is to help you put you in a better mood. I mean, that's what logic dictates at least. this is my anti-drug. No, it's not an anti-drug thing. It's just like, just me personally, in my experience, you know, it's a few times I've done it. I've probably done it maybe like 7-10 times in my life. Now I'm really starting to think about it. Only about 2 times did I actually have a decent experience with it. Now that I'm actually looking back honestly with it, and even one of those 2 times, I actually did get paranoid for a while, but it was over something really stupid that really couldn't have actually happened anyway.
Paranoid.
And I had friends that actually talked me down from it. So I know I sound like some like Ronald Reagan type person, like, oh, you know, don't do drugs. But I'm just saying, like, weed is not for everyone. So if you have a bad experience with it, you know, if you have friends that don't understand, if you do have friends that understand, that's great. But if you have friends that are just telling you, oh, you just didn't try the right strain, like that's the big one. Like, you got to pick the right strain, man. And everything's about the perfect strain. Okay, well, if you can't find, you know, the perfect strain because you don't live in a place either where it's legal or where you could just drive to the closest dispensary and get that magical perfect strain that's perfect for your brain chemistry, which doesn't exist, just tell them to go fuck themselves, and then you can do whatever you want. So that's my message to all the kids out there.
Do what you want, folks.
Do what you want, but if you're not having a good time with it, it's
Don't
not
do it.
going to get better. That's the other thing too, because like they'll say, like some of the people say, well, you just got to keep doing it. You got to do it. You got to keep doing it until you get used to it. No, because the science has proven that the first time or first couple times you try marijuana and you have a certain experience, that's going to be pretty much the experience every single time you do it. It's not a thing where, oh, once I get past that magical number 57, things are going to be great after that. No, it's not. If you got high 57 times and you got paranoid 57 times, the 58th time isn't going to be this glorious.
No, because it's the
experience.
59th.
What's that?
It's the 59th.
What about the 59th?
I don't know.
Oh, the 59th time is the perfect. I got you. Okay,
no,
yeah.
I'm just making that up.
I don't know why. I don't even know how I got onto this. Like I said, it's Monday here right now when we're recording. So everything's a little bit off, and
it's not Saturday when we normally record.
So I'm just like, we're both in a weird kind of headspace going on for different reasons. But I'm just saying, if you like doing stuff, okay, that's fun.
Don't ever do anything that makes you feel uncomfortable.
There you go.
Folks.
See, that's what it comes down to.
That's what it comes down to.
And if you have,
it doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah, if you have friends that are pushing you, saying, "Oh, just try it again," no, just say no. I didn't like it. Mm-hmm. You guys like it. It works for you.
See,
that's
I was
fine.
looking for my just say no button because I have one of those too.
Oh, wow.
Because I collect buttons, by the way, folks. So if you want to send me any pinback buttons that you have, I'll take them. I don't care what they say or what they do. I like to switch them up on my coat. I wear them.
Yeah.
I'll wear them. You know, if you got any advertising things, let me know.
Let me know.
I don't know why I'm Southern all of a sudden, but I am.
Yep.
You hear?
Yep.
Okay. We should probably let you go there, Cloud9 shoppers.
Yeah. And you could edit out the whole weed thing if you
No, I'm going to keep it in, man.
Okay.
Because I think it was a good message for folks to
Yeah, but
have.
now I just incriminated myself by saying I did something illegal, so that's not good.
There's a statute of limitations,
Is there?
I
Okay.
believe.
Okay.
But, I mean, they can't prove that you did.
That's true, actually.
You admitted to it, but it doesn't mean there's proof. Wait.
What if there is, though?
I don't know.
How would they do that? Whatever.
They'd have to drug test you.
Well, yeah, but...
And it's no longer in your system,
Well,
sir.
it might be, because it takes a long time to get out. For some people, it could take for some people, it could take up to a year. No, I'm just kidding.
But I don't think anybody's listening to this podcast that's going to give a shit.
No, not really.
No. But if you are, folks, give us a 5-star rating on on Apple Podcast. Anyways, I guess it's time to say have a heavenly night, Cloud9 shoppers, and the store is now closed. Bye-bye. This is the Super Story Podcast, a Superstore fan podcast.
A Cullen Park production. Produced and edited by Michael E. Cullen II. Music by Matthew Hawes. Subscribe and share the show. Visit us at cullenpark.com.